But here's my question to you, because you're also a firm believer that there's somebody else pulling the president's strings, right? Like,
oh yeah,
so why don't these people want to drill for oil? Because I would think that a lot of the names that people like to associate with that great, the one world order, are exactly those people. They're energy people. They're oil people. They're, you know what I mean? Why don't they want to drill? You would think if they're pulling the strings.
Why don't the Democrats let them drill?
No, Democrats or Republicans. I'm just saying, why don't they make it more of an issue if they're pulling the strings? And this goes back to me saying the president, again, to me, the scariest part about all of this, and I've said this repeatedly, what happens at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, what happens in Washington is one thing. What happens in the 50 states that make up this country, to me, is much more impactful. But unfortunately, we always focus on presidential elections. We always focus on this figurehead, and this is the thing that, undoes the glue. And it's wild to me because we're seeing the power of states and we're seeing the power of people in some of these states with the decisions that the Supreme Court has been making, right? Like, because that's really what they've done in a lot of instances. They've just said, this really isn't on us to decide en masse. Mm-hmm. This power or, the right to make laws on certain subjects, obviously abortion being one of them, belongs to the states, right? Because the original Constitution said exactly that. There was a clear control on large government.
Yeah.
They really, really, really wanted the control to be in the hands of the state.
That's moved on. To think that we want, everybody can say, I want smaller government, but
you have to understand how much the government.
Yes, it's not reasonable. I mean, and they're very unreasonable in what they pick and choose to do that for. Decriminalizing marijuana.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, across the board.
40 states it's legal in some way or shape or form. Why are you not decriminalizing it? Mm-hmm. That's just, it doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. Yet you want to give the states power to do stuff that's predominantly religious based on their decision making.
But again, that's a testament to the power of the state. I realize that at any time the federal government can come in and can seize your assets. There's also the reason why people that are in the weed business can't put their money in FDIC insured banks. You can't. It's really a cash only business in most situations, isn't it? Yeah. Because it's not.
They're trying to do their own credit union.
They should.
Well, it's difficult because any proceeds moved across borders.
Yeah. But it also makes it difficult to, like, in terms of, that's a whole, again, I would love to have somebody come in and really talk about it because it's very interesting. And it's like, from a communal standpoint, as far as credit unions go.
But the point is, the federal government is giving up power to do this.
But is that because they haven't come to a deal with the pharmaceutical companies yet? Because let's be honest, in most situations, they're the ones coming in because even in the states where it is legal, the mom and pop growers have mostly been pushed out because they can no longer afford, the permits and the this.
As soon as it became,
I've been sitting on this couch with you long enough, Lenny, to in the back of my mind as you sit here and talk about the federal. Don't go anywhere inappropriate, Len. Don't do it. I don't know.
Listen, I'm not even thinking dirty. I was going to say, let's get back on Trump, and you're thinking I'm talking about a casting couch.
I don't get you. No, but I'm thinking about Trump because I think some people would affiliate him with that one world order, right? When you think about who he was and who he represents and part of how he got elected, I mean, you're talking about a 1%er, right? Like that was, nobody has beat their chest more about how much money they have and how they don't need this job and how they don't need this
I feel
position.
More like he's the outcast. I feel like they won't let him play in that club. I feel like he is the anti-world order.
I feel like,
all of this stuff that's going on with Trump, he's getting bigger. He's getting more market share. Let's just say the United States is market share. The voters are the market share. He's getting more market share. Yeah. He's getting more market share off of all this that's going on with him than anything else. But let me finish. So before all these indictments dropped, Trump really didn't have the ability to get back on Fox or MSNBC or wasn't in the spotlight at that time. He wasn't yielding the exposure before that. So now that these indictments start to drop and just keep dropping, I think these 4 or 5 different states have him under indictment, he's gotten more coverage and grown probably double in popularity since before. Because a year ago, the Republican Party was like, nah, we're not going there. They were totally standoffish of Trump, and they were trying to get behind other candidates.
Him right now? The American people, yes. The Republican Party, no. And this is...
I don't know. I think he's going to get the nomination.
Yeah, but they didn't support him the first time around. They're a bunch of pussies.
Well.
And I say that with love. Like, at the end of the day, no, they didn't. Everybody in his field came for him. All of them, including that ding-dong in Texas. And Ted Cruz was his biggest adversary. Are you kidding me? The man dragged Ted Cruz's wife into a debate. And at the end of the day, I've never seen somebody with their head further up someone's ass than Ted Cruz at the end of Donald Trump's presidency.
Exactly.
It was what? No. This is what I'm saying, though. Nobody wanted to back him. Chris, none of them. And then when they realized they didn't stand a chance, it was like, it's better to be on the inside than to be all the way on the outside, right? And that, I don't understand. Like, that just seems like the most anti-American thing on the planet, to watch all of this, these grown-ass men in particular. Like, how do you respect anybody who can literally say such horrible, terrible things about an individual and then cuddle up to him?
It's that, you can't beat them, join them thing.
I get it, but there's public record. There's multiple, it's just hilarious. Like, how do you not go? You're all full of like, all of you. I mean, at least the one thing I can say about Trump is he tells them they're all idiots. You know what I mean? Like,
he doesn't pull his punches.
He does. Well, no, I mean, but it's just, what scares me, though, about, and again, I've said what scares me 17 times, so clearly I'm scared, is the fact that this says more about the American people. This says more about our countrymen than it says about democracy. It says more about where these folks are at with our government and how fed up they are. You know what I'm saying? That they would rather have a man who has lied to them on so many occasions. On like all of that bullshit about, I'm not taking a paycheck. We know that's a big fat lie now. You know what I mean? I'm going to donate my money. We know he didn't donate nothing. I think he made one donation on the first quarterly check that he got or whatever. Other than that, cash him and then charged us millions. He capitalized on the presidency in such a monumental way, like forcing people to stay at Trump hotels, golfing every other day, charging us for golf carts, charging us for hotel rooms. No matter where he went, he was staying at one of his properties, and so was Secret Service, and he was eating check after check. It's all public record. I'm not lying. You can go see it for yourself.
Gotta stay somewhere.
Yeah, but Marriott's an American, there's plenty of other American hotel chains that could have eaten off of the presidency, but this man happens to own his own. Hey, let me
ask you this. Would you rather have someone blatantly, favoring their own country club over the Marriott Country Club? Or would you rather have somebody not blatantly taking bribes on the back door from Big Pharma?
I'd rather have somebody with some integrity. Why are those my choices, Lenny?
Because those are our choices.
Yeah, but that's why are those our choices? Like, you're choosing to serve in public office for 4, possibly 8 years, right? Take it on the chin. Spread the wealth. Share the money. Considering it's my money, I'm telling you as a taxpayer, I want it split up amongst, and I have no problem with you saying we will only spend at American companies. So even if we're traveling abroad, it better be an American-owned hotel chain or whatever. And if his is the only one, then at that point in time, yes. He made Mike Pence stay 3 hours away from a summit meeting in Ireland so that he could stay at a Trump resort. 3 hours. Do you know we had to pay in gas, logistics? That's ridiculous. In order for him to get it. And how much could it have been? How much could it have been? The American people every chance he got. And now these idiots are like.
They all do.
Yeah, but now they're like, give us more.
Every day, get calls for COVID relief funds. Every day. Every day. Oh, there's $26,000 per employee per year for every W-2 employee you had during COVID. I'm like, stop calling me. So right now,
they want to reimburse you for paying people during COVID. Is that what that is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But right now, there's a surplus of cash left over that was put aside for COVID.
Probably from Social Security.
From wherever they stole it from during COVID.
You know what I mean?
But the point is, there's a surplus of cash, and they have to give it away.
Yeah.
Now, why? Why do you have to give it away?
But why can't you put it in the rainy day
They're
fund?
running ads on Facebook for you to get that money.
But they won't run ads for your T-Booster. That's some bullshit.
But the point is, The reason they're giving it away and they're forcing it to be given away is because somewhere in the middle they're making money.